this summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, McKenzie to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ken Walker was his target out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McKenzie going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. McKenzie. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
And this returnable for Hill.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start here with Gaskin. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe... Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Looking to throw on second down. McKenzie. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. McKenzie. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And cycle.
From his own end zone, Tagovailoa, 3rd and long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. McKenzie.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. McKenzie.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Hill on the return. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing on first down. McKenzie going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. McKenzie. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And his kick is good. And then we'll get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the interception set up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Back to throw. McKenzie. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the turnover, it's Tua. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been? Walker hit and the ball is out. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
On the counter, it's Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. Taken down at the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. McKenzie out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, McKenzie. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Straight ahead, Walker. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Back to Walker on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKenzie. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. McKenzie. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Again, Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. We'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
To throw on 2nd down. McKenzie, throw left side complete. That's Walker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a run with Walker. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pitch comes to Walker. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. He knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Open man is Waddle, complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today,
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. Austin McGinnis out for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Some time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Dolphins Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Tagovailoa steps away. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 24. Jason Sanders, the kickoff formation.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McKenzie. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played it.
I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the serious. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping this ball.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murdered my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. It's Tito, she is back. Finna, guaranteed, move back. Type of view is that on the globe. It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy